Hello, Malcolm here. Welcome to Quiet Time Coaching. This is episode 416 and it is part 2 of our new series called Awesome Anna. That's Anna in Luke chapter 2, the prophetess. Let's read the text again. There was also a prophet, Anna, the daughter of Penuel of the tribe of Asher. She was very old. She had lived with her husband 7 years after her marriage and then was a widow until she was 84. She never left the temple, but worshipped night and day, fasting and praying. Coming up to them at that very moment, that's the family of Jesus, she gave thanks to God and spoke about the child to all who were looking forward to the redemption of Jerusalem. So what do we learn about Anna's relationship with God? What I'd like to focus on for today is this. Her relationship with God was not negatively affected by her age. You'll notice that Anna is described as not just old, but very old. It's not fashionable to comment on a woman's age, as it indeed is considered downright rude, as one of the actors says in the film How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. There are 3 things you don't ask a woman: her age, her weight, and how many shoes she owns. I don't know if that's entirely true, but nonetheless, Luke's comment here is intended as a compliment. There's something for us to learn here. Her dedication to the worship of God has not been dimmed by the passing years. And there are a lot of those years. Indeed, how many is a question. I mean, it's possible because the translation isn't entirely clear. The original Greek here, she may have lived 84 years as a widow, not just 84 years total. If Anna married at 14 and was widowed at 21, and then she encounters Joseph, Mary, and Jesus 84 years later, then in fact she's 105. And that would make her the same age as the apocryphal figure Judith when she died. That's in Judith 16, verse 28. I've got a link in the show notes for an article about her. Fascinating. And it may be that Luke is making a deliberate parallel between those two famed characters. And in particular, Judith was also known as a person of fasting and prayer. Nonetheless, whatever her precise age, Anna kept a disciplined schedule of corporate and personal worship. She did not use her age as an excuse to reduce her devotion. So what might this mean for us? Well, a couple of things. Firstly, the different stages of life present challenges but also opportunities in our relationship with God. For example, with Anna, she was past menstruation, of course, at this point, so that meant she could be more devoted than earlier in her life. The menstruation would have kept her away from the temple when she was younger at times, but now she can be there, well, all the time. She became more flexible as she got older in terms of her use of time, which led her to spending more time in worship than before. For some of us, we're in seasons of life where that's more challenging to have our times of quiet with God, and for others, well, space has opened up, and when it opens up, why not use that to take more time to be in worship with God, whether with other people or on your own, than before? What opportunities has God given you in this current state of life that will enable you to develop your deeper walk with God? Secondly, she's vulnerable. Age makes you vulnerable, but she saw that and used that as an opportunity to live by faith. Old age makes the strongest of us weak. I see that in myself as I get a little older every day, and I'm sure you might be feeling the same thing. But she remained devoted despite her vulnerability. And in this, she symbolizes the marginalized and the vulnerable, which is a theme in Luke. She reminds me of Caleb in the Old Testament in Joshua 14. What does he say to Joshua? He says, I'm 85 years old. This is verses 10 to 12 of chapter 14. I'm just as strong today as the day Moses sent me out. I'm not sure if that's literally true, but maybe metaphorically. Just as vigorous to go out to battle as I was then. Give me the hill country, the Lord promised. I know that some Anakites are there, he says, but the Lord helping me, I will drive them out. Age does not need to diminish our spiritual fervor. What opportunities has God given you in your life at this point to be devoted to Him? Love to know your thoughts. So please leave a comment, and I hope you enjoy these podcasts about awesome Anna. Take care, and God bless.